So we're driving south on Highway 12 in North Carolina on the Outer Banks, and we're headed to the North Carolina Maritime Museum, otherwise known as the Graveyard of the Atlantic Museum, which is based out of Hatteras Inlet, right next to the ferry launch between Hatteras and Ocracoke. This particular museum is it's kind of like a small local museum more than anything else, I think. It's been open for several years now, and it's a nice place to visit if you've got some extra time. I definitely recommend it. It's not super in-depth. They've got information about local history, the local maritime history. They've got a display talking about the USS Monitor that sank off the coast of Hatteras in the 1860s. And they've also got a display there of the Queen Anne's Revenge and Blackbeard the Pirate. They think they found the Queen Anne's Revenge shipwreck off the coast of Ocracoke, further south of here. And they've got several artifacts from the ship and various things that they've pulled up from the bottom. They've brought them out on display, and near as I can figure, it's a traveling display that I don't know that it's going to be permanently based at this particular location. They're probably going to move it at some point to, I think, a location on Ocracoke, I believe. The only real disappointing thing about the museum was that I wasn't able to take photos or video inside the Blackbeard pirate display, or the Queen Anne's Revenge display. I was, however, able to get a few photos, or rather a short video of the Cape Hatteras Fresnel lens, or at least what's left of the lens, and the lens movement. When I say the lens movement, the Cape Hatteras light, well, all the major lighthouses of that era, the movement was more like a clock movement. It had a clock-type mechanism that had to be wound every so many hours, and it had a set of weights that turned, or that I guess the weights lowered, and the course of those weights lowering drove the mechanism which turned the light and had it rotate so that the specific flash pattern of that light could be distributed out of the top of the lighthouse. Overall, the museum was nice. I definitely recommend it. If you've got some time, stop by and check it out. I enjoyed it. It's short, takes a couple hours to go through. Once we were done with the Maritime Museum, we went back up Highway 12 just a short ways to turn around, do a quick U-turn, and come back south to the Hatteras Island North Carolina ferry system. To use the North Carolina ferry system, there's no fee at the gate. You simply pull up. There will usually be some traffic signal. You may have to wait there for a minute. You pull up, talk to the attendant, and he'll direct you what lane they want you to park in. And you just pull up behind the vehicle in front, park, and you wait for the next ferry to pull in. Once that ferry's in and they lower the ramp, the attendants will direct you where they want you to go, and as you pull up, just take your time, and they'll direct you where they want to put you on the ferry. The reason for that is they have to distribute the weight of the vehicles on the ferry boat evenly, not to have too many of the bigger vehicles on one side or the other. You can bring larger vehicles like campers and fifth wheel trailers, boats, and things like that. I would recommend that you check with the ferry system before you bring anything like that to one of their ferries, just in case there's a weather restriction or some other issue that they would prevent you from loading onto the ferry when you get there. But from here we went on down to Ocracoke, and that'll be a upcoming video, so appreciate you joining. Tune in later for the next video when we go to Ocracoke Island and do some of the sightseeing around there. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way it'll keep you up to date on any new videos coming here in the future. If you like what we're doing, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.